And Selbu mittens are like traditional, like Norwegian, like Fair Isle style mittens. And I got all excited because these are done in DK weight. They're usually done in fingering weight and they're super dense and it's going to take forever to knit. So the Selbu Mitten Club is by Skeindeer, which is kind of cute, right? Skeindeer. Yeah. And she is... So
is that her real name?
No, that's not her real name. I don't know what her real name is. I could go find it somewhere probably.
So the knitting world is basically turning into video game world where nobody goes by their real name. They all make up their own screen name or their own avatar name. And now that she's Skeindeer instead of, I don't know, Julie Smith or something.
You realize that you are speaking on the Elisa the Yarnista podcast, correct?
But Elisa is your real name.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't know. It's her designing, her designer label, I guess, for her pattern. So, so she has a couple really cool patterns out there. One of them is a pair of colorwork socks that I really want to knit, but that's gonna wait for a little bit. These are the club is 4 patterns. It's 18 pounds. So it's about $24 US dollars
for four
patterns. So you get, and it's not a mystery thing. You know exactly what you're going to knit. You are going to get a pattern the first of each month, September through December, and you get a bonus, which is her.
So does it come in your email or does it go to your Ravelry account? Okay.
Yep, it just shows up.
So you have to have a Ravelry account to be able to do this then?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I think it can just go to email because there have been several knit-alongs that people have done that have just gone, that they've only had an email account. So somehow it sends an update. So these are, so she has her just regular like single Selbu mitten pattern is really, really fun. And the patterns are ranging from like the beginning, like this is one that she designed for a class that I think she was teaching somewhere was she teaching in Edinburgh or something? And she had to come up with she needed to come up with a mitten pattern that was going to be quick and good for like beginning colorwork knitters. So, so this is where that one came from. And it's a lot of fun. But she wanted something that was going to be a little bit faster because it's tough teaching. I mean, a lot of color work is done with fingering weight yarn, and teaching it that way, it's just like learning on like teeny tiny needles and teeny tiny yarn is really, really difficult. So it's really cool because it's a DK weight and I'm on a US 6. So they're going pretty fast.
I haven't seen those yet. So you did some work that I haven't seen.
Yeah, I was working on them last night a little bit when we were on the couch, but...
Oh, apparently I wasn't paying attention. And I was too busy watching Glow.
Somebody couldn't sleep, so she knit on them some more, and then somebody woke up and couldn't stop thinking about them, so then she knit on them some more this morning.
Who was that?
That's me.
Oh.
Yeah, before I went to work. Oh, and that might be a boo-boo.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure what's going on there. I'll have to fix that. That doesn't look quite right.
It's probably fine. Just go along.
Oh, actually, it does kind of look right.
Yeah, there you go. It
looks right compared to that. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. I'm using Brooklyn Tweed Arbor, which is a really good yarn for color work. Because it's not a super wash, so it has a little bit more. It's a little bit meatier, a little bit stickier. And when it gets washed, it's just gonna kind of soften up and fill in any of the gaps. And because color work, honestly, it just doesn't look great right off the needles, so it has to have a bath. It needs a bath. It's like it's getting up in the morning and it has really bad bedhead. So it never looks great. But
so will you be making 2 of those?
Well, yeah, because I have 2 hands.
Well, I wasn't sure because you're getting 4 patterns. I thought it would be like your socks and you'd knit 4 mittens and you'd have like 2 unmatched, or you just put them together. You
could do that, but I'm going to match pairs.
Okay.
So it uses 50 grams each of 2 colors. So it's super reasonable. I'm doing these in Arbor, and then I brought 2 more colors of Arbor home to do the second pair, because you get 1 pattern. She started in August, so you got like the basic Selbu pattern already in August. So, or she had signups. She announced it in August. So when you signed up, you got her original
So-
Selbu pattern.
September, October, November, December
Yeah.
are the 4 patterns. So, okay.
And then the one bonus.
Got it.
And I would recommend, if you haven't, I would recommend just starting with the one bonus one, because she's working in order of difficulty from one. None of them are
Oh.
terribly difficult, but it's kind of
That's a
cool.
good
'cause
idea.
she's kind of building each month. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun, and I picked colors that are
They're unusual for you.
but they're like fall.
Sure. Yeah, they're good. It's like a, I don't know, what would you call that? Brownish, greenish color. Yellowish.
Mustard.
Mustard.
Actually, I think it's called tincture.
Huh.
Tincture, and I think the kind of like rusty color, I think it's butte.
Butte.
Butte, and it makes
Sure.
me giggle when I look at the label because,
Like butt.
Yeah.
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 Like Lake Butemore going up to Appleton because it looks like Lake Butt de Morts, which basically would be like the butt of death, which I think is hilarious every time I cross that bridge.
How is this a bridge that we cross?
Yeah, every time we go north of Appleton, or I guess
You've
north
never
of-
told me that.
Sure. Well, it's funny. Next time you will not be able to miss it now.
I will not.
We might be going that direction next week.
We might.
We'll see.
Yeah. So it's fun. These are a lot of fun. She said that she can do, she has a podcast episode talking about launching it and everything. And she said that she can get one done in an evening or two. So
Okay.
it's a club. So it's not a huge time investment. Like, it's not like a ton of yardage and something you're not going to be able to get done. Like that's the other thing. I'll be casting on for the What the Fade,
But the mystery.
one
Sure.
this weekend. I didn't have a chance because there's the instructions. There's like an I-cord edge, and then there's brioche like right out of the gate, and
So
I have
it's,
to make sure you don't just like go and like you don't put all your colors in order and then go right straight through. I think you use like A and C or A and D first, and so I have to label the A. So I'm like,
Holy
I'm
cow.
making sure that I can focus to do that.
So that one's going to be a process then, it sounds like.
I think it'll be fine once I get going on it. But that one has me nervous because I think she's dropping a new clue each week. So
It'll be hard to keep up.
I think and it's 6 colors. I don't know how much yarn you're actually using, but I'm sure it's at least 1,000 yards.
Holy cow.
So, to do that, and I think it's like 4 or 5 or 6 clues.
Yeah.
It's not terrible, but I want to get going on it because I'm hoping that having the new clue coming each week will motivate me to like get up in the morning, because I want to do that one. I need to get up in the morning and sit down and just knit.
Right. Well, sometimes you might.
Have a cup of tea in the morning and knit.
And knit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the mittens are fun.